Yo, what is up guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall channel, your source for on point and no hype reviews. We are back yet again, everybody. We are back with another fragrance review today. And as of right now, guys, it is Labor Day here in America. It is Labor Day. It is a holiday. I'm enjoying this holiday. But one thing I'm not enjoying is the fact that it's super hot right here where I live. I mean, normally we get 85 degrees as the highest, but as of right now, guys, it is 103 degrees outside. 103 degrees. I am sweating my balls off. And because of this, without a doubt, the summery fragrances, the reviews on hot weather fragrances, in my opinion, that's not going away so easily. We're not gonna easily transition into fall winter fragrance reviews. I think that until maybe next month, we're gonna do a lot of summary right here because man, it is hot. Now this fragrance right here comes from the house of Diptyque Paris, and Diptyque Paris, guys, is a very famous brand, obviously. I mean, we're talking about the mainstream. A lot of people really wear Diptyque, from just the average person all the way up to celebrities right here. And this is a house that admittedly, I don't know a whole lot of. I did Tam Dao once when I reviewed Tam Dao, and then the recent one I did was Diptyque Opsis, the Harrods exclusive. So what I did was I reached out to someone that I saw on the internet, and this person truly helped me out by sending all these Diptyque samples. I do want to thank Joe from Philadelphia. He is a Saks perfume advisor. I want to thank you, Joe, for sending all these samples to me so we can finally cover this house, guys, and go through all the fragrances of this house. And Joe is the expert when it comes to Diptyque. So if you have any questions about Diptyque, or if you want to make an order, I'm gonna link his Instagram below. Hit him up before anyone else, okay? He knows a lot more about Diptyque than me. Now the fragrance that we will be reviewing today is none other than Diptyque Dosan. That's right, Diptyque Dosan Eau De Toilette, EDT. Dosan EDT. All right, this is a very, very popular, very famous Diptyque fragrance right here. And I know that there is an EDP version, but I chose to concentrate on this EDT because damn, it is hot, and all this heat really influenced me to really try the EDT more than the EDP. So Dosan right here, Dosan is really the right way to pronounce it. However, if you want to call it Dusan, then that's up to you. That's okay, all right? No judgments right here, but really the right way to say it is Dosan. Now what I really like about Diptyque Paris, guys, is that most of their fragrances are really about scent memories, okay? They're about scent memories, and that's an integral part, I think, of the perfume world, and especially when it comes to niche, there's a lot of scent memories really involved. But right here, creatively, the concept of Dosan is actually a scent memory from one of the founders of Diptyque, and Dosan is actually a Vietnamese word, okay? It is a beach city in Vietnam. Now, what is Dosan and why is it so special? Okay, so the founder of Diptyque, or one of the founders of Diptyque, he used to spend a lot of summers in Dosan Beach, okay? Now, it might look like an average beach, but Dosan is actually sort of like a portway going into Ha Long Bay. So Ha Long Bay is not so far from Dosan, but Ha Long Bay is really the highlight right here. And here's a picture of Ha Long Bay. Right here, as you can see, you have the signature emerald waters of Ha Long Bay. And the thing that makes it different are these limestone islands, kind of like with jungles or foliage at the top. You have these huge limestone like islands, and that is kind of like an 8 wonders of the world type thing, and you can only really see that in Ha Long Bay, okay? There's a lot of ferry boats along the way, but Dosan Beach is kind of like a beach, maybe a private beach nearby that you can kind of chill, and if you want to visit Ha Long Bay, you can do so from there. Now, with that being said, this fragrance, Diptyque Dosan, is poised for the summer and the warm weather months, but there are a few questions that I'm going to answer in this review right here. Number one, is this fragrance summer only? Number two, is this fragrance only for women because it's made for women, but what about the guys? Number three, is this fragrance just a tuberose bomb? Are you only gonna get tuberose with this fragrance right here? And number 4, what is up with all the people talking negatively about the performance of Dosan EDT? Some people saying it's like 2 hours, some people saying it's 1 hour, and there are even some people saying it's literally 15 minutes. Oh my god, that is pretty horrible, guys, if true. So I will debunk all those questions. I will answer all those questions for y'all. Let's go spray this thing right now. Okay guys, let's talk about Dosan EDT, shall we? When it comes to the opening of Dosan EDT, you are going to get a high impact, highly floral intro right here. Okay, when it comes to Dosan EDT, you are going to get the notes of orange blossom, iris, rose, and the early appearance of tuberose, guys. Okay, and tuberose right here, it is the main star of this fragrance right here. Comes in early, lasts until the very end, or almost the very end right here. And the thing that really interested me about this fragrance is the tuberose, because when it comes to tuberose, guys, the fragrances I've reviewed or I've smelled that are tuberose centric, guess what? They're all expensive. Yes, they're all expensive, guys. From Atlantide, 700 to 800 bucks. Tuberose 22 by Le Labo, 400 to 500 bucks. And then right here, when it comes to Dosan EDT, this one right here is like 100 something bucks. And that really surprised me right there. Like, how could there be a very affordable tuberose centric fragrance? I came to the conclusion that maybe tuberose is a very expensive ingredient in perfumery. That's why a lot of these fragrances are expensive. But Dosan right here is really $115 for 50 ml, $165 for 100 ml. So that one really shocked me. But right here, guys, it's an early appearance of tuberose again. This one right here is the core of the fragrance. Everything revolves around the tuberose right here. But one thing I really like about this intro is that you are getting a palette of different, and I say different smelling florals right here. The first floral note that I do want to take note of right here is going to be your orange blossom, guys. And the orange blossom right here is a note that I also got when I smelled Le Labo Tuberose 22, and it's pretty much the same as Tuberose 22. The orange blossom is the most well blended in note that really doesn't differentiate itself too much to the tuberose core, because the tuberose is pretty strong. Like I said, it's a very indolic white floral, and with the orange blossom being a white floral, it's kind of like just a modifier to make the tuberose more summery or bright. That's what the orange blossom does. For most of y'all, you might just have the sensation that this is going to be tuberose, or it's a bright tuberose white floral combo right here in the beginning. So that's the orange blossom right there. Now what I like right here is the iris. The iris actually shows up right here in the opening, and it is prominent. You're gonna get a nice shade of iris right here. That little powdery violet iris does come in briefly right here in the intro. Again, it makes it a very different shaded floral intro right here. I like the iris, and then of course you are going to get rose. Okay, now the rose here is interesting because to me it is a dark rose. However, when the rose kind of co-mingles in with the tuberose and the other florals, I don't know, this is just me, but you are gonna get that grandma smell just for that 30 minutes that this is gonna be around. So the rose is gonna be here as well as the other notes, the other floral notes, for about 30 minutes, and it does have that grandma-ish smell. But in my opinion, guys, that's the differentiator. Like I said, I think right here in the intro, what they're trying to portray is, number one, impact, because it is a strong intro, but number two, it's also the differentiator. It's one of those, like with that tuberose and rose, that's going to challenge you as a wearer, and it's gonna probably tell you, hey, I gotta be a little bit more confident with this intro right here, because yeah, there is that slight rosy grandma smell with that tuberose, guys. And so I think that's what it does. But hey, I don't mind. I actually think it's very likable. This intro right here, like I said, is like a palette of colors, kind of like mixed around right there, different hues and shades of florals really surrounding that tuberose right here. Now, this opening is impactful and strong, guys, okay? And I'll talk about the performance. We're gonna debunk that performance shortly, but right here, it is a strong, impactful intro right here. Perfect for the summer. However, because of those shades of iris and rose, I think that this is also wearable in the indoor AC environments or maybe even cool weather because it kind of balances out. Again, rose is a usual curve note, as well as iris, it's a potential curve note. And of course, you have your balancers, your orange blossom, and your tuberose that makes this fragrance really for any type of weather, at least the intro right here. Now, this multi-floral intro lasts for only 30 to 35 minutes, guys, okay? It is a short-lived multi-floral intro, so it's possible that this is mostly for the wearer, or you can really wear this like last minute as you get out of the car. That's the only time you'll spray this if you want others to experience this multi-floral intro right here. But it is very beautiful. I think personally it's for the wearer because it makes you experience a lot of complexity when it comes to the florals right here. Now, after 30 minutes, all these floral shades kind of back up, and then you are going to get your tuberose. The tuberose really comes out full bloom after 30 minutes. And let me tell you guys that this tuberose, my gosh, it is strong and it is long lasting, at least for me. This is just one note. It's this nice, slightly indolic, creamy, maybe even coconut smelling, a little bit of coconut smelling tuberose, guys. And this tuberose lasts for up to 6 to 7 hours with this fragrance right here. So definitely this is a tuberose centric fragrance, and yeah, maybe you can call this a tuberose bomb because it does go pretty much on its own for 6 or 7 hours. Okay, definitely past the 1 to 2 hours or even 15 minutes that other people are saying, because I definitely tested it and it was really strong all the way up to the 7th hour upon wearing this fragrance. And I'm talking about 4 sprays only from this sample right here. Now, there is a note modifier here in the mid that goes in with the tuberose, and it's mostly a well-blended continuity note, and that is none other than pink pepper, guys. Now, pink pepper is a spice, but the thing that pink peppercorn is also known for is the rosy nuance, guys. It's the rosy nuance, and the rosy nuance of the pink peppercorn is there to blend in with that tuberose as well. It's very slight, it's very like here and there kind of lingering, and maybe you won't even really notice it. If you're really focused, your senses are focused on that tuberose, you might just say it's only tuberose, but definitely because of the pink peppercorn, you have that continuation from that rose, but it's not going to be a grandma rose. It's just a rosy nuance that lingers around as you are smelling this tuberose for hours and hours. Now, what I do like about this fragrance right here is that it is perfect, literally perfect for the hot summery weather, guys. Every time I've worn this fragrance, I've been out there in the sun during 95 to 96 degree heat, guys, and man, this tuberose is lovely, and it really did accompany me during this entire time with beautiful whiffs right there. So I think that this fragrance is perfect for the summer, or if you live in the lands of always summer, this might be an absolute grabber. It will put you in a very good mood, and as you guys know, tuberose also smells luxurious, guys. It's luxurious. It's going to perk up people around you because it's a different type of white floral, guys. And so I think it's the perfect weather right now to be wearing Dosan right here. Now, this fragrance, Dosan EDT, was made for women, and when it comes to the ladies, in my opinion, y'all should really try this fragrance. I mean, this is a great fragrance for women. Number one, it's because of that multi-floral intro that, yeah, unfortunately, it lasts 30 minutes only. But I will say this, that multi-floral intro is just wonderful. For the wearer, it gives you this mood of separation from everything else. It puts you in a different class, at least in your senses, in your mind. You're gonna think that, hey, this is a complex fragrance. I'm a complex person. I'm a little bit slightly elevated than the rest, than the common person. That's kind of like what this intro does right here. That's really great. It is impactful, like I said. And of course, you've got the tuberose lasting for hours and hours, putting you in a great good mood, as well as the people around you. It is a lingering, beautiful tuberose right here. So those are the two reasons right there. It's very versatile, it's very complex, and just like the brand, and if you've ever seen the boutiques, very classy and luxurious for, my God, $100-something only. And that is pretty much what shattered my world, because like I said, I thought that tuberose fragrances were always gonna be that expensive, like Le Labo expensive, like $500 to $700 for Atlantide and that Boudicca fragrance over a K. This one right here, $115 for 50 ml and $165 for 100 ml. Are you kidding me? Damn, like that's really cheap. That's really affordable. So right here with Dosan EDT by Diptyque, you are getting a tuberose fragrance that maybe other houses are selling at a high premium for a very affordable price right here. So that is the big deal for me when it comes to Dosan EDT. Now, when it comes to performance, guys, I told you guys already, this one lasts past the 1 hour to 2 hour mark. Maybe these are people that are trying to ruin Diptyque's name. I don't know why they're saying it's an hour, but definitely, guys, this one for me lasted over 7 hours right here. And I'm talking about the tuberose phase. The tuberose phase starts early, like I said, goes full bloom in 30 minutes, and it does last until the 7th hour. And it's only past that 7th hour when the tuberose truly weakens, but then musk and benzoin do come in as kind of like your dried down notes. And it is not really a phase, in my opinion. It's just a fade to black, and really you can't smell much after that. I would say it's mostly the musk and some slightly sweet benzoin, but it's not like a dry down phase where you have like a few hours of that. It's kind of like a fade to black. So mostly I would say this tuberose is really the end of this fragrance right here. If you are one of those ladies that you like to go to brunches, you like to go shopping on the mall and meet your friends, guys, I mean, that won't last more than like 3-4 hours in my opinion. And this fragrance will accompany you, like I said, as a great mood enhancer, a great complex intro. Right here's what you'll get. It will accompany you for 7 hours right here. Even in the high heat, and especially in the high heat, it really does perform very well, and I love it when it comes to the high heat. Now, is this fragrance unisex? I think it can be, to be honest. I think that this fragrance can be unisex, and I'm not really counting the dry down like I said, but really it is a tuberose fragrance for less, $165, and really the opening, guys, you can also interpret it as a unisex opening. You know, I mean, it's made for women, but I think for the guys, you can still interpret that as a floral intro that's unisex. And even if you didn't like that so much, if you thought that that was femme, that lasts only 30 minutes anyways, okay? It is mostly tuberose and pink peppercorn for the entire life of this fragrance for, like I said, $100-something. And I think as a guy, it's okay to wear a tuberose fragrance right here. It's perfect again for the summer. Usage wise, this fragrance, Dosan EDT, goes from grabber to upscale grabber, guys, okay? It's from grabber to upscale grabber. It is a casual grab when it comes to the warm weather months, summery weather, lands of always summer, because of that tuberose, that really lovely lingering tuberose right there. It is a beautiful grab in the summer. But then again, this fragrance also has luxurious upscale qualities, such as that complex floral intro right there, and the pink peppercorn, giving you that slightly rosy nuance for several hours right there. So that is what I mean. Because of that, this fragrance can also become an upscale grabber, something you can wear when you're dressing up to some semi-formal to formal instances right there. And this fragrance definitely is an all-weather scent. I think that this is absolutely wearable. Even if it were cold, you can still wear this fragrance right here. Ultimately, the price of Dosan EDT for me is the highlight right here, okay? It is $165 for a big bottle, 100 ml of Dosan EDT, and I think that's an amazing deal for a tuberose-centric fragrance. That other fragrances, they kind of have the same thing, but they're like 5 to 6 times the price, guys. Right here, the price is definitely one of the best in my opinion. And again, if you want to order it, if you want to try it, please hit up Joe first. He's the guy that sent us the samples of Dosan as well as other Diptyque samples. Please give him the courtesy. Hit him up first if you guys want to try this, or if you want to order this right now. Don't go on the internet. Hit up Joe and order your Dosan EDT. But definitely, again, I will say this, the price is amazing when it comes to this perfume. All right, so that is it. That is my review of Diptyque Paris Dosan EDT. Let me know in the comments below what y'all think of this fragrance. Do you guys enjoy it? Is this part of your rotation? Are you a guy that wears Dosan? Let me know in the comments below, guys. I would love to hear your feedback. And again, please do not forget to like and subscribe, guys. Okay, again, we are headed to 13,000 in a very fast manner. I hope we get there very soon, thanks to your support. If you haven't done so, all you got to do is click. And I will see you guys on the next video. God bless, take care, have a happy Labor Day. Peace.